Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Um, Hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday, second day of the week. Posted the lesson and everything yesterday. Monday, it's all in here on the Monday section. And I just wanted to take a second to go over some of the wellness inventory stuff to make sure we're all on the same page. Obviously, you can click on this link and it'll take you there. You can also head into your digital binder, which I'll do for fun, and click on wellness inventory here. This sheet, this is the wellness inventory that I want you guys to go through. It'll take you some time. As you can see, there's about 7 pages. There's a bunch of questions, but that's the point of it all. And what I did was I actually downloaded it, obviously, which is probably something you guys will do too. And so it just makes it a little bigger. So here we have the wellness inventory that you need to go through. So I wanted to talk about it real quickly, just in case we didn't spend too much time reading the instructions here and we're unsure as to how to fill this out. So I'm going to take a second. If you look at this, um, it's like any typical thing you do, where you have a kind of an answer scale from 0 to 5. 0 is never, 1 is almost never, 5 is yes always. Okay, and so it kind of gives you what the numbers are worth here. What you need to do is go through the different questions and mark, let's say, an X where you feel that statement is appropriate. So where you feel you rank in there. And so what I did was, I mean, they've got the little explanation up here that is very clear. So please take some time and look at it. You'll notice what they've done is, the first one, when participating in physical activities includes stretching, that was a 5 for them. So they just went through and counted them all up after they did their little test. So this is a little example. And if you see, they had 5 plus 2 4s, which is 8, plus 1 3, 3 there, plus a 1. If you add that up, it gives you 17. Okay. Now you're not done there. That's the total points, but you want the average. And so you'll see there was 5 actual questions here. And so what they did to get the average was they took 17 and they divided it by 5, right? That's what you see right down there. 17 divided by 5, and that averaged out to 3.4. Now, this is what it looks like. I actually went through it myself. So for this first one, let's say, for the physical dimensions of wellness, and the first section was physical activity. You'll notice that I just went through and I put X's down where I felt the statement made most sense for me. And you'll notice that there is 11 questions. Okay. So I counted up all of my score here, and my total score was 45 if I count all of these things up. Then I took that 45, and now to get the average, because there was 11, I divide 45 by 11, and I got 4.09, or I would round that up to one decimal place. So I got 4.1. Now that 4.1, if I go all the way down to the end of this document, there's a recording sheet right here. Okay. And that first section, we were doing physical dimension and we were speaking about physical activity, those 11 questions, and I got a score of 4.1. So I put the 4.1 right in there. From here down, like this section here, I've cut and pasted into OneNote for you guys. Okay. Along with this wheel right down here. Okay. That I'll explain. So I put a 4.1 and so I put 4.1 in there. You'll notice if I go all the way back up, I did the second one as well. So the second section was healthy eating. So if I total all of these up right here, my total points was 43. But then I want the average because that's what I'm putting in that chart at the end. So my average is 43 divided by 10, which is 4.3. So for this healthy eating section, I'd go all the way down to the bottom. One sec here. Okay. And then under healthy eating in the physical, click here and I would put in 4.3. Okay. Now, you would do this for your score. And you'll notice, actually, I'll go back to maybe OneNote here. So 4.1 and 4.3 were those two. If I go to OneNote, okay, let's say right here, this is what you guys have in your homework section under your name. Okay, so let's say again, physical activity. And I know it doesn't work great. If you wanted to use this, if I double click here, oh, I got the wrong thing on, one sec. If I go to, let's go to home, and I believe I can write somehow in this. Oh, I'm still on the wrong thing here. Nuts and bolts. Maybe I can erase. All right, there we go. So let's say I want to put in insert text or something, maybe. Okay. Still in eraser, so that's awesome. There we go. So let's say I want to insert text. I'm pretty sure if I just click on an option right there, healthy eating was 4.3. I can get something in there. It kind of works. Um, might be able to insert some text down there, and that's one way to do it. If you want to take a picture of it and post it into OneNote, you can as well. Whatever works best for you, I'm happy with. So that is one option. And when you put all your information in there, let's get that one out of there. When you put your information in there, I'm going to explain this wheel. You would fill out this entire table, and then you would end up getting okay. So you'd fill out the entire table, you'd have all these different scores in here, and then you have this crazy looking wheel. You'll notice that for the physical dimension, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So if you come down here, if you look at this physical thing here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slices of that pie. All right. And each line going across the middle counts for 1. So that's 1 of like the target. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4. So if my first one was, let's say it was 4 point, what did we say it was? 4.1 was the first one. So if this was it, 4 point, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.1 would be right. Well, I'm going to make that smaller. Again, my bad. Let's do that. And let's go to the size. And we'll make it nice and small. So 4.1, 1, 2, 3, 4 would be right above here. This would be like 4.1. Okay, and then I can color all this in right here. Perfect. Obviously, you can do this way easier if you printed it out and drew it and then took a picture. That's fine. The next one was 4.3, so I would be a little higher in here. I might even want to change colors, go to blue to make it different. 4.3 might be up here. And then you could color this one in. And so you would color all these sections in right here. So 4.3, whatever, let's say it was 4.5, 4 point something. And then you would count your way up this circle and fill in the chart. Now, if you go back to the original document, it kind of explains that right here. It takes a little version of this pie and it just says that first line you see coming across is 1, 2, 3. So they said, for example, if this one here, you got a score of 4, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where you color in. If the next one you got a score of 3, you would move up to 3 and then color that little sliver in, right? And so that's what you're supposed to do. And with all of these filled in right here, once you get all of these scores, you'll be able to fill in this entire wheel. Okay. And that's the goal. And then you can answer these questions on the side here. All of this, like I mentioned, is in OneNote right here. There's the questions. You can just put in here and type your answer, and that works just fine. So you've got multiple options to sort this out. You can print it out, the sheet yourself, and you can color it and write on it, and then you can just upload it to OneNote. You have tons of options for doing that. Hopefully, this helps out. Hopefully, it clears things up when it comes to this wellness inventory that you're doing. And it's very important that you get this done and then get it in OneNote recorded, because that way we can get our baseline data down for wellness inventory and we can revisit this throughout the semester and see where we stand. Okay. Perfect. Well, hope that helps. Have yourself a great day. Keep sending questions as they come up. Make sure you get your discussion sorted out for the week. Go through the lesson. And take care.